Day 2, we start again with a warm-up. It's a no-cone day. We have a tour of 150 kilometers with stations. We have rock gardens that the riders are going there and they train in really big rock riding conditions. We have completely off-road riding, just out in the mountains, and we try to train them how to navigate in these conditions, how they look, the line of vision where they have to look when they are completely remote with no roads, and how they cope with a bike in these conditions. Scenarios regarding recovery in case of fall in really steep slopes, and yes, a lot of single track riding.
Nikolas is now backtracking the riders to Dubai. Not only the riders have to endure 150 kilometers of off-road ride, but at the end of this grueling and challenging ride, the deserts of the Emirates are waiting for our participants. In his preparation for level 3, Nikolas has set up stopping points and stations, as he called it. He's leading the riders to each individual point, which has its own technical attributes. This is to understand and execute each obstacle, and to really drive home the idea of fear is only in our minds.
Isn't it? I mean, you look first and you think, shit.
Yes.
And then you just go. But it's true what he said, it's just momentum, just to keep that momentum going. The second you accelerate too much or stagger, you're
done.
Come on, you have blood in your veins. Come on, done.
Nikolas just naturally came to me, and honestly the whole group. I think his personality, he was like a father to everyone in both trainings, and I think that comes naturally from the years of experience that he's got, and he really has a passion for the people and sharing what he does, and we clicked, and the same way he clicked with everyone else in the groups. And hearing Nikolas's story, undeniably he's one of the most talented and experienced off-road riders and instructors that I know. BMW is something that I felt was really full of experience, and the bikes have honestly been very flawless, and it was just a natural choice for me as a tour company to move into and to partner with. So with that said, I truly believe that the riding that we've got out here is of a world-class standard. We have mountains, we have rocks, we have wadis, and we have sand, something that a lot of people really do not honestly be able to experience.
These 150 kilometers are really long ones because they are not in the roads or off-roads. They are absolutely in the middle of nowhere.
On day 1, Nikolas engraved in the riders' minds the correct technique of riding these big bikes off-road. Opening the legs or the knees as far as possible will allow the motorcycle to move freely through loose gravel and rough terrain. As the riders make their way through these mountains, the arms and legs stiffen up and strain. Relaxing the body while riding allows for longer riding distances. When your arms and legs feel stressed and tired, take a moment to remember your training. And suddenly, it all miraculously comes together, giving you more confidence and enjoyment to push on further. At every given opportunity, Nikolas emphasizes the technical and physical mechanics of riding these big bikes. With every kilometer covered, the riders gain invaluable experience and confidence. Applying day one's training, whether it's power sliding, drifting, jumping, or braking, it all allows for a more advanced level of riding. Fear and apprehension is evident, but the sheer adrenaline and excitement only increases their determination to conquer the challenges ahead of them. As for now, more and more rocky mountains, steep hills, wadis, and riverbeds to get across.
Hey, it's very crazy! Yeah, but you need momentum!
Please come with me. So, these situations, now it's much easier because we go down. But the tricky part...
Nikolas led the team to a dried-up river, with steep slope and slightly off-camber downhill. The slope also has another challenge, a rocky right side. Those who are on the 1200 GS adventure are concerned that they could damage their right cylinder head as they get closer to the edge of the wall before the drop.
They leave the bike down, and then as soon as you're down, you can put it immediately on the right. So what? You open your left leg. Put the bike down. And you have the cylinder. You go. Oh, I'm dying. Finish. You go. Straight to the river. Even without the engine. Very easy.
Nikolas, who is also on a 1200 GS, demonstrates to the riders how easy it is to do. He also rides down with the engine off. He makes it look so easy. Antoine is the first to go with his 800 GS, no problems there. Then Tom with his 690 KTM. And George, the first of the big bikes to come across.
Yay!
As we approach the drop, we can see the left off-camber side of the road. The rider is forced to go to the right, a small drop, slide uphill, and the right turn.
Leave your bike to go. Trust it. Go, go, go. That's it. Nothing happens. Come on, don't be afraid, leave your bike, just leave your bike.
With guidance and encouragement, and an occasional push by Nikolas,
Don't look down.
Nice! Woo!
one after the other, they come across the riverbed.
Roll. What I usually try to do in my training is to be realistic. When someone goes off-road, also has to fix his handlebars. The everyday rider doesn't fix his handlebars. And I tell you, 98% will not deflate their tires.
Day 2 morning session is over. The riders will have a short lunch break, then followed by a session of flat sand riding. But just before relaxing and absorbing what they have learned, Nikolas has one more exercise to do. He calls it the Rocky Garden. Before starting the task, Nikolas explained in detail the best way of carrying out such a difficult and challenging exercise. He also gave strict instructions on what to do and what not to do. As we have seen throughout the 2 days, Nikolas applies his method of rider-instructor training. And so, one by one, he takes the riders and complete the task.
You were getting closer to him. Yeah, the problem was he wasn't running on, and the adventure second, the kick over is higher than this. So I was having to clutch a little bit to stay back from it. But it's like Shauka on a bad day. Just keep going.
We finished the first session with, after the enduro stuff, we go to the sand session, which is very important. So my, let's say, job is to make them work with their habits. I explained to them and I told them that the correct is 0.8. And all of these guys, they have been in advanced training, but when we started the first day, the handlebars were normal for road use. So there is a reason why I'm doing this. And maybe sometimes they are also not prepared. They don't have the pump with them. What are they going to do? They stop their tour because they don't have the pump. And how are they going to cope when they go again on road? Maybe there's no fuel station. Maybe the pump is finished. How they're going to handle it. This is all about the level 3 training, what I am doing, yes. Real life scenario training. A lot of riders are attempting this training because they want to be, you know, sand is something really difficult, especially with heavier bikes. Sand needs respect and deep knowledge of how you control the bike and how you recover mainly the bike in these situations. You see photos from the Dakar from the helicopter and you see maybe 50 bikes, whoa, spread. No one is following each other. Why? Because it gets deeper and deeper, the tire flips inside, you are falling. The most difficult thing, the trap, is that when you see the trucks or cars that have passed, don't follow them. Yeah. Never. It's much better to go in a completely virgin dune than to go there, because there are some other bikers or some other cars or buggies or I don't know.
The air out more, or we're okay at 1.5?
It's okay, leave it like this. We do an introduction. It's a complete flat area with soil and sand, which is the best for the new riders to understand how the bike handles and in what speed you have to cross, how you surf on the pipes, and how you accelerate or how you brake in the edge of a slope of a dune. So we do an introduction and then we go for a lunch break. No, no, no! Remember, you did it way too much, yeah. And you didn't wait the wheel
exactly
to come down, so you jumped it.
Yeah, because it's just at the top, I gassed a bit too much.
Just wait the wheel to go down, and as soon as the wheel has traction, then you gas it. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, okay? Perfect, perfect.
Okay. Are you okay, Tom? Okay. A little bit more difficult now. Okay? I try at this time to make them understand that they are not in danger, that we will do it, you know, because when you ride your bike and you see all these huge dunes around you, and you ride a bike of 250 kilos, you say, oh God, what I'm going to do now? So it's very important, the psychological part, and to make them understand that we don't go directly there. So we follow some steps again, and we go from straight riding sand, then to mini dune riding, as you will see. Let's go, George. Just keep it calm. Second and third gear and follow me. The trainer goes directly only with one rider. And he doesn't just put the cones in the sand and say, come, come, come. It's not like this. When you do with sand training, a real advanced sand training, then you have to go with the guy in the dunes. And that's why you saw that I spend a lot of time one-to-one, because also it's a character thing. They need to hear your voice. Open your knee, open your knee, your knee. They need to see your eyes. They need your help when they are in a deep, deep problem, and you must be there close to them. George, don't lose your momentum, man. Yeah. Give it gas. Yeah. Gas. Gas it. You are doing great. Now.
I had such a nice rhythm with you.
Let's go. No, this is a lesson. Next time you know.
I'm in, man.
Oh. Now you open. And you start full gas, full gas.
Second round, I went in third gear, and I had zero issues. Because third gear, it was going on its own.
That's why I tell you that the second it's only, you know, for the turning.
Yeah.
Third and fourth gear is.
I was following you in third, and all I was doing was this.
Yeah.
And then you feel no more weight.
I didn't change once.
How was it? It was good, except for me getting stuck. I had traction control on, man. I can't believe it.
Final step is to go to the real scene, which is actually big dunes and hardcore sand riding.
Having done the level 3 with Nikolas, I see his method of training. Although he has several riders, he sees them as one. His method is individual rider instructor training. He has the ability to see and analyze a rider's skill level in less than a second. What amazed me while in training with him is how quickly he spots the mistakes we make, even when he's at the front with no mirrors on his bike.
But also, as you saw, there is something much, much different, that I do one-to-one training. This is something that maybe you didn't see in the past. The trainer goes directly only with one rider. So that's why you saw this one-to-one, which actually is very effective in every condition.
At the end of day 1, while we relax at the campsite with a lit fire and a feeling of accomplishment, Nikolas discussed the laws of threes to survive while adventure riding. I have come up with my own laws to get through level 3. 1. Appreciate him for his skills and experience. 2. Trust him to deliver a fantastic and almost individual training weekend. And 3. Respect him for his determination to raise your skill level.
Okay now? Now it's okay? To tell you the truth, I am not the type of person that likes levels, because training is something, and this is what we are saying to all the riders, something that it's a non-stop procedure. Every time you go out, even if you are super experienced, even if you are an instructor, you see and you understand that there is more, there is more, there is more. And you can try a lot of new things, a lot of new techniques. Especially with the new technology, the bike, the GS can give you unbelievable things that you can try and you can train. So there is level 10 or 20. Yeah.
A lot of our future plans really include Nikolas creating and coming up with more specific training programs for the region, things such as sand riding trainings, the level 3, which is really based on the amazing terrain that we've got.
The future plan is that we will do some special, let's say, trainings with some groups of riders, and one project is 2 or 3 100% sand training, which will be maybe Dubai to Hatta and to Oman. It will be a training tour for 5 days, but with training stations.
Big Red Motorrad, as a company, we're a dedicated company towards motorcycle adventures. We have a lot of customers that contact us, and we can make custom tours for them based either on their skills. So if they want to do just a pure road tour, we can do so in both the UAE and Oman. And then we've also got those riders who like to do off-road. This is Sebastian, really well done. Thank you. So I guess gather your friends, gather all your mates, and give us a call and come and enjoy some Middle Eastern hospitality.
David O'Donnell. Anthony Robertson. Yorgos Aramouni. Jürgen Van Betten.